Hey guys, this is Shane here from Echo Soundworks. I just wanted to do a quick informal video for the new synth that everyone's super excited about, Vital. I've gotten a lot of emails, DMs on Instagram, people asking about what I think about the synth and if we're going to make presets for it. The answer is, to the second question, yes, we are going to make presets for it. The answer to the first question, I don't know why I'm doing this in reverse order, but the answer to the first question is it's a really cool synth. It's not going to replace Serum for me, and I'll do a more in-depth video about that. It's a synth that I can see myself using in conjunction. It's a lot better than the dumpster fire that is Massive X, so it's a great synth. Now, what I wanted to do in this video was I wanted to show you guys that you can use all of our free wavetables we've released previously, which is probably like over 500 wavetables. You can use them with Vital. So if you got the free version or you got the subscription version and you only have access to a limited amount of wavetables, you now have access to hundreds of them. So I'll show you how to download that and set that up in Vital in this video, and I'll walk you through a couple of the wavetables. So if you guys are new to Echo Soundworks at all and you know nothing about what I do or what we do, we made a couple sound packs for Serum that were really popular. Coda was one of them, Sphere and X keys. And what we did was we sampled a bunch of physical instruments, painstakingly turned those into non-shitty sounding wavetables, and it's hit or miss with that process. And yeah, we made sound sets based around that idea. So there's some of those in core wavetables. So I'll show you how to use them. All right, so head to the link in the description. There's two. There's one called Core Wavetables, and there's one called Modular. Core is a huge smattering of different types of wavetables. You have analog wavetables, digital, FM, growl, whatever it might be. We can see the folders here that I've already inputted into Vital. And then Modular, that was released just this year because this year has been shitty for everyone because of COVID and everyone's been locked down. So I rented a bunch of modular synths and sampled the heck out of them. And these ones are pretty weird, but they're pretty fun. So once you have them downloaded, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to have a permanent home on your hard drive or external hard drive for those folders. And then open up Vital like you see here. I'll go to the initialized preset just so we can see everything cleared out here. You're going to click in the right where it says init just to load up the wavetable browser. And then click on this tab down here at the bottom that says add folder. And then what you do is you would navigate to the actual folder. So with what I would strongly suggest doing with the core wavetables, I would do one folder at a time. It's a bit annoying, but if you don't, you're going to have 500 wavetables in one folder. So you can see here I've separated it. The analog folder, the basics folder, the chill wavetables, digital, FM, growl, instruments, metallic, spectral, and vocal. So those are all going to be in that one main core folder if you download that from our site. But yeah, this will make it easier to find what you're looking for when you're in Vital. All right, so the analog ones, those aren't actually wavetables. They kind of are, they kind of aren't. What we wanted to do is we wanted to make wavetables that just slightly move through the phase of a sound, but these are all taken from actual hardware synths. So you'll notice that if you shift through the wavetable position of the frame, it's a very minimal or subtle change. So if you're trying to create like vintage synths, or you're trying to create like a Moog type synth or something like that, there's tons of stuff there for that. But just know that these generally won't change a lot with the wavetable morph. But where they actually get really interesting in Vital is making use of the first warping mode, which is this first tab here, this first drop down and knob here. So in Vital, we have two different subsets. There's two types of warp blend modes depending on what vernacular you like to use. And here we have things that are going to actually mess with the harmonics of the sound, whereas this is your more standard set. You see sync, formant, bend, pulse, all that sort of stuff. But it's really cool to kind of mess around with the spectral harmonics of these analog wavetables. So it's actually a lot of fun, and you get these weird, kind of cool, unexpected results taking the building blocks of the, retro vintage synths like a Moog, a Prophet, a Juno, and trying out some of these spectral warp modes in Vital. So it's a lot of fun. So that covers the analog basics. These are more conventional. If you're a Serum user, it'll make sense to you what these are. They're your standard run of basic wavetables. Obviously, more morphing occurs from frame to frame than in the analog. Now, the instruments, let's stop there. So like I mentioned before in the video, these are taken from our pack, Sphere, Coda, or X keys. Working with these is a little bit interesting. They something magical happens when you layer a instrument sampled wavetable with an actual sample. You have the sample oscillator in Vital, so you can definitely do that. So to work with these wavetables, though, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to set up an LFO. And then I like to have it ramp up. And then what I'll do is I'll modulate the position of the frames or the cycles. And let's do one that's more of held out. Let's do pan flute. And then you just got to find a rate that makes sense. So I like to uncheck this and I don't want to do tempo. I usually just want to do seconds. and set that to envelope, and then it'll just ring out once. Right, and then what you can do to have it loop, what you can do is you can drag in a second LFO. I like to curve it a little bit, drag it in on the position, and you're going to modulate in a negative direction, so it'll actually move back on itself. Check it out. And what I'll do is I'll usually set a little bit of delay. Too much delay. And then I'll dial back the first one a little bit. Now we have a long looping flute sound. All right, so the last thing I want to show you are a couple tables from Modular. So like I alluded to earlier in the video, these are all taken from modular synth sources. And they're pretty cool. A lot of them are very unique in terms of they're not really what you'd expect from a basic wavetable. For instance, here's one that's called 70 Super Saw. If you just simply modulate through your frame or your wavetable position with it with an LFO, it starts to sound like a super saw. If you give it voices of unison, it's like a super saw. All right, so there's a couple other cool ones in here. I'll just run through it just so you get an idea if you're on the fence about downloading it. Here's one called Art Pattern. It's literally an arpeggiated pattern embedded in a wavetable. Right, so you can imagine you can do some crazy stuff with that. We'll go to, there's one I like called Chaos. That's really cool for leads if you distort the hell out of them. Bubbles, right? There's some more normal ones in here like that, but there's still some drift. There's still some cool things happening to it. Modular is one of my favorite free packs we've ever released, especially in terms of wavetables. And then there's one, where's it at? Is it Super Mario? There it is. Here's Super Mario Rage. All right, so I'm going to get up a more in-depth review, first look video, Vital, probably on Friday, maybe Saturday. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, it will be out later this week. I hope you're all having a great holiday week, and I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. All right, so that's going to sum up this video. If you guys have any questions or comments, you can post those below, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. If you guys aren't subscribed to our channel, you know the drill. Hit that subscribe button. The support really does mean a lot to us. And if you guys haven't ever checked out our website, echosoundworks.com, definitely head on over there. There's a ton of free content, samples, loops, and presets. And of course, there's some premium sound sets and sample packs as well. And lastly, if you guys use Instagram, consider giving us a follow. We run a lot of contests, giveaways, and promotions on that platform. And I think you guys will like what we're doing over there. All right, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.